Hey guys, it's All Things Disney, and today I'll be showing you how to create this Big Hero 6 character link bracelet, and this is an original design. And in a previous video I showed you how to make these three characters, which are Hiro Hamada, Baymax, and Go-Go Tamago. So I'll leave the link to that tutorial in the description box below, and then today I'll be teaching you how to make the other three, which are Fred, or Fredzilla, and Honey Lemon, and Wasabi No Ginger. So, and here I made a all-around character link bracelet so that it goes all the way around my wrist and has all 6 characters. But today I'll just be showing you how to make these 3, and then you can add on the other 3 by watching the other tutorial I have on my channel that I'll leave, like I said, in the description box below. So, now let's get started. The colors you will need to create this are light blue or turquoise. Then you're going to need black. Then pink, red. You're going to need some sort of orange, and I'm using the chameleon orange. And then you're going to need 2 skin tones. A different version of pink, I'm using not Rainbow Loom brand, a more neon pink, or you can also use orange, like I did here, or anything like that. Then you're going to need a darker or navy blue, and finally you're going to need some either mango, yellow, or I'm using the jelly gold bands for Fred's eyes and Honey Lemon's hair. So now grab your supplies and get started. You're also going to need a Rainbow Loom and a Rainbow Loom hook. Now we can get started. To start our project, we're going to start with 2 of our connector bands for the head, whatever you want to connect the heads together. So here I used the Sweets red, and today I'm just going to use basic red. So you're going to place 2 of those going down from the center, the top center peg, down to the one underneath it. So it should look like that. Now we're going to start with our first character, which in this case will be Fred. And like I said before, these 3 I'm not making with you today, so I'm just making these 3. So we're going to start with Fred. So, to start, we're going to place a single of our orange bands on the top, going diagonally down to the left, and then you're going to place it over. So you're going to twist it over. I'm sorry, actually I made a mistake. We're going to take our orange bands, which you can see is changing color in my fingers because I used the chameleon bands. I'm sorry, I made a mistake there. So instead of placing 2 double red bands on the first peg going down, we're going to skip right to the orange, and we're going to go from the center down diagonally to the left, and then you're going to twist it right over like we did before. Now we're going to do the same for the other side. So again, I just want to mention that these are chameleon bands, so they're changing with the heat of my hands. So don't be all disturbed or concerned if you don't see orange, because they're changing colors. So then we're going to double it over to the right, and then we're making sort of a diamond shape. So now we're going to do the same, going from the left into the center. And we're twisting all of these over. They're just single bands. And then we're going to do this again. And this is for Fred. His top part of his body, which you can see here, we have to add an extension to that one because there's not a lot of room. And so we're making that part right now. So next we're going to make his eye for this part. So we're going to take a single of our black bands and twist it around the tip of your hook. We're just going to twist it 3 times, creating 4 loops, like that. Now you're going to take one of your yellow, mango, or jelly gold, or anything else that looks like yellow bands, and then twist it 2 times around the end of the black band towards the inside of your hook, facing towards you, and then 2 times on the outside, like that. So it'll look like this, and this will add a more sort of dragon-like effect because he's a monster. So you can see it will look like that when we put it on the loom. just adds that extra effect. So now we're going to take one single of our orange bands, and then you're going to slide all of these loops onto the orange bands. And you can fix them up, like mine came apart. I can fix them once they get onto the orange band. You can place them back into position if they fell out. So now I finished placing them, fixing them. So now I'm going to place the bands on the first peg of each side, the left and the right, like that, going across. So this will be sort of our horizontal band, so that'll hold that all together. So now it should look like this, and now we're going to add on the mini horns to this top segment of Fred. And Fred is a lot of work, I'm just telling you that now, but it's all worth it, I guess. So you're going to twist one single of your orange bands around the tip of your hook 3 times again, creating 4 loops like we did before. Then take one single of your orange bands and twist it around once on your finger, and then place it on the tip of your hook and slide on the loops. Like that. Now bring it back on over to your hook, like that. And then we can take it off onto our fingers, and then you're going to place it on that first peg again, right over where the eyes were, or should I say eye was, where that one eye. So now it should look like this. Now we're going to do the same step again for the other side of the horn. And Fred was pretty hard to make because he's such a odd character, so this is what I came out with, but I tried to get as close to it as I can, so adding on this part was, I guess, essential. Either way, we're going to do the same step again and just slide on the loops once you've twisted a single band over on the tip of your hook. And then bring it back over like this. And we're doing the same thing again, and we're placing it on the other side. And then make sure the cap band is facing out. So now it should look like this, without the greenish yellowish look here, because like I said a lot, these are chameleon bands. So now we're going to start actually Fred's head. So the actual head, so we're going to place 2 of our darker navy blue bands, going diagonally to the left like that. Then do that again going to the right with double bands. Then we're going to go down twice on the left with double bands. Like that, and then we're going to do that again. And do the same on the right side. Like that. Now we're going to close up the center by placing double of our navy blue bands, going down 3 times. Like that. Now we're going to take double of our navy blue bands and close off the head, going in from the center to the, going in from the left to the center, and then do the same on the other side, closing off his head shape, which should be like a ball. Now we're going to start his horns that are right here, or his second pair of horns. So we're going to take one of our lighter blue or turquoise blue bands and twist it around the tip of your hook 3 or 4 times. Twist it 3 times like before, creating 4 loops like that. Now we're going to take double of our blue bands, slide on the cap band, or not really cap band, but the loops. Just slide everything on, and one of mine is stuck right there. Okay. And then bring it back on over to your hook, like that. Now we're going to take one single of our navy blue bands, place it on the tip of your hook, and then slide on the double bands and the cap band. Now you're going to take off the single band off your hook and place it on the second peg counting down from the left. Then we can sort of point it a little more, like that. Now we're going to do the exact same step for the other side. So take one single turquoise blue band, twist it around the tip of your hook 3 times, take double of your navy blue bands, place them on the tip of your hook, slide on loops, bring it back on over to your hook, and then single band on the tip of your hook, slide on the double bands like that. Now we place it on the opposite side, so the second peg counting down from the right side. And then you can fix it up, pull on the cap band, and then point the horn facing up like that. So now we have made most of Fred, except now we have to add on the other 2 eyes, and then we can be done. So now we're going to do like the eye we did up here. Take one single of your black bands, twist it around the tip of your hook 3 times actually, creating 4 loops. Then take one of your yellow mango or jelly gold or anything else bands, twist it around 2 times on the bottom part of the eye and then 2 times on the top part, like that. Then do that again. So take one single black band and twist it, push it down, and then make sure this eye is out of the way. And then twist 1 and 2 on that side, and then squish down the black, and 1 and 2, like that. So now we have 2 dragon or monster eyes, like that, and then we're going to take one single of our blue bands, our darker navy blue bands, and then slide on all the loops. And I'm going to go slide them all on, and then I'll be right back. So now I have set on all of the bands, and I'm going to count down 3 pegs from the top, left and right, and place that single navy blue band with the eyes on it. And the eyes may look a little kooky right now, but you don't have to worry about that. We'll fix it in the end. But all you have to do is separate the eyes so that they're not connected, and then take the top part of the navy blue band with your hook and then pull it up to the center band above it so that it'll separate the eyes so they don't cross over to each other. Now we're going to take one single of our navy blue bands and make a normal triangle or horizontal band underneath 3 pegs underneath that. Now we can take double of our red bands or our character connector bands like that, go down once from the center going down. Now we're going to start our second character, which is Honey Lemon. So you're going to take double of your pink bands and go from the center to the left, and then go from the center to the right, like that. Then we're going to go down once on each side, still using double pink bands. Like that. Now we're going to take our skin tone bands and go down 3 times with double of them in the center. And then go down once on the left and once on the right. And I'm going to go grab some more skin tone bands because I ran out, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got more of my skin tone bands, and I'm going to take double of the skin tone bands and close off the face by going diagonally in from the left to the center, and then do the same on the other side, like this. So now we have this basic shape, and we're going to add on the top part of the mask or costume, these little, I don't think they're ears, but I'm going to call them ears because they look like ears. So you're going to take one single of your different color pink band, which I'm using the more neon pink that is not Rainbow Loom brand, or you could always use orange or anything else like that. You're going to take one single of those, twist it around the tip of your hook, and push it down. So you're going to twist it 3 times, creating 4 loops, like all the other times we've twisted cap bands. And then you're going to take double of your pink bands, your normal pink bands, and then slide on all the pink loops that are not the normal pink bands. It's a little confusing. So now it should look like this. Then you're going to take it off your loom, not loom, hook, and place them on the first peg going diagonally down from the center. Let me count how many pegs that is down. So that should be about 6 pegs down from the top. And then we're going to do the same step for the other side. So take your different band color, and then take double of your pinks, and slide on the loops. Then bring it back onto your hook, and then take it off your hook, and place it on the 6th peg, counting down from the right, like that. Now we can add on the eyes and the other horizontal bands for Honey Lemon. So here I used green bands for the eyes, but today I'm going to use black bands like the other characters' eyes. So I'm going to take one single of my black bands, and on the 7th peg down from the top on the right, you're going to twist that single black band around, or whatever eye color you're using, around 3 times, creating 4 loops right over the other bands. Don't even touch those bands, make sure they're separated. Then do the same on the other side. So we're going to loop 1, 2, 3, like that. Make sure they're not touching or anything like that. Well, they can be touching, just not overlapping. So now it should look like this, and we're going to take, now here you can either use a skin tone band or a pink band. Here I'm going to use skin tone bands, and create a triangle with a single band over the eye bands, like that. Now we're going to take out our hook and bring the eye bands up and over the peg and onto that middle band. We couldn't do this for Fred, even though it's easier than drawing on the hook, because Fred had those extensions to his eyes, so we couldn't do that. But for Honey Lemon, she has average eyes, so we can do this, which is easier on the loom. So now once you have your eyes like that, we're going to take one single of our skin tone bands again and make a triangle on the other 3 pegs underneath the eyes, like that. Now we're going to add on her hair. So we're going to take out our hook, and we're going to twist one single of our, like I said before with our Fred's eyes, either yellow, mango, or any other yellow-like color for the hair. Twist it around 2 times, creating 3 loops on the hook, and then you're going to take single bands, and place one on the tip of your hook, and then slide on the loops. Bring it back over. Now I'm going to do this 4 times. You can do it how many times you like, but I'm just going to do it 4 times because I think that'll look pretty good. So now I'm on my 3rd one. It's just the same thing, placing single bands, and then bringing the whole link on and back over. So now I'm on my 4th one, and now it looks like this. And then we're going to make another strand, I guess, of hair right above it. So just squish down that other one, or you can even bring it up to the thicker part of your hook, just for now, for a temporary time. Then twist another single band around your hook 2 times, and then do the same thing we did before, whatever length you did there. So I'm doing 4 again. So now, when you're done, you should have 2 strands of hair. So now you can bring your other one back over to the normal part of the hook, so they look like this, and then you're going to take another single of your bands and pull it through all of those bands and bring it back over. So now both strands are connected to one single band, so we can attach it onto the side. So now we're going to take the 2, or the 1 single band twisted over from your hook, take it off, and then place it on the loom right where the eyes are. You can really place it on either side, it doesn't really matter which side you place it on, but I'm just going to place it on the right. Now we're going to go on to our last and final character, which I think is one of the best characters. We're going on to Wasabi no Ginger, so we're going to take yet again our character divider bands. And you're going to place 2 of them going down from the center of Honey Lemon's head, going down to Wasabi's head. So, now we can start Wasabi, so we're going to take double of our black bands and go diagonally to the left. And then do the same going to the right, like that. Now we're going to take our skin tone bands, go down once on the left, and then once again, still using double, and then we're going to do the same on the other side, 1 and 2, like that, and then fill in the center by going down 3 times. And if you haven't already checked out my other character link bracelets, be sure to do that. I have others on my channel, like I have a Minecraft one and an Easter one, and like I said before, the other Big Hero 6 one, and I'll leave the link to the playlist of all these character link bracelets down below, and the Big Hero 6 one. So now it looks like this, and then we're going to close off the head by going diagonally in with our skin tone bands, from the left into the center, and then on the other side, like that. Now we can add on the hair extensions to add more hair, so we're going to take out our hook and twist 1 single of our black bands around the tip 3 times, creating 4 loops. And by the way, this is my original design. I always forget to say that, but I just want to make sure that I say it, even though it's random right now. And then we're going to take double of our black bands, place them on the tip of your hook, and then slide on the loops. Then bring it back over. Now we've done this, and we're going to place this on the top left side of Wasabi's head. And then we're going to do that again. We're going to actually have to do this 6 times to add the full look. So I'm not going to do all 6 with you, but I'm going to do 2 of them, just to show you what you need to do. And then I'll go and finish them. So, we're doing the same thing. Take a single cap band, place it on the tip of your hook. Not place it, but twist it 3 times, and then place double bands, black bands, slide on the loops, and then bring it back over like this. Now we're going to place this right over the other one on the left side again. So now we have 2 hair strands on the left side, then we're going to place 2 in the middle and 2 on the other side on the right. So I'm going to go and finish those, and I'll be right back. So now I've finished all of the hair extensions, and it looks like this, and I just want to make sure you guys know to place them right over each other and not intersecting with these double bands that we've already placed. Just make sure you guys know that. So now we can continue on. So we're going to do the eye bands like we did with Honey Lemon. We're going to take 1 single of our black bands, go down 1 peg from where we placed the hair on the right, and twist 1 single band around 3 times on that side, right over the other bands. Then do the same on the other side, like that. Now we're going to place 1 of our skin tone bands right over all of these eye bands. Now we're going to take out our hook and bring over all of those black bands, like that, and then you want to make sure that you have no more, and then do the same on the other side. Like that. Now we've finished our eyes, and we're almost done with this bracelet. You're going to place another single skin tone band underneath the ones we just placed on the 3 pegs underneath it to create a triangle for the bottom part of the head, and then place another skin tone band, push down those bands, and make single cap band by twisting it right over the bands just once, creating 2 loops, like that. Now, our characters look like this, so we have Fred at the top, and we have Honey Lemon, and then we have Wasabi. So, that's what it looks like. And now we're pretty much done, and we can start hooking it up. So we're going to start by going in the cap band with our hooks, and we're going to grab the top 2 bands going to the left. Not the left, the right. I'm sorry. And then go back in, grab the next top 2. And then go back in and grab the last 2, going up, and then go all the way up in the center. And it's a little hard to find room there because there's so many bands there, but you just have to make room. Now we're going to go to the sides, and you're going to go under the bands, grab only the bottom 2 bands and bring them up. Make sure you're avoiding all horizontal bands and any other bands there. And then once you get to the hair bands, you're going to go under both of the hair extensions and only grab the bottom 2 bands. And since I only grabbed one of them, I'm going to go back in and grab the other. Like that. Now we're going to do the same on the other side. And Wasabi does have a sort of bandana, I guess, if you want to call it that. But we're going to add that on in the end right here. And we're doing the same thing we did on the right, just on the opposite side. So now we've completed our Wasabi head, and that one was pretty basic. Now we're going to go in all of these bands in the center and grab the bottom 2 red bands and bring those up like that. And now we're going to start Honey Lemon's face. So we're going to go in, grab the top 2 skin tone bands and bring them to the right, then go back in, grab the next 2, going to the left, like that, and then go back in and grab the last 2, going to the top. Now we're going to hook up the whole center, like that, and then go in the sides and hook up. And then you want to pull out the hair when you get up to that part, and the eyes, and bring up only the bottom 2 pink bands. Then when you get up to the ears, I'm calling them, grab only the bottom 2 pink bands again, bring them over to the center. Now we're going to do the same, pretty much mirrored on the left side. So now it looks like that. So now we have our Honey Lemon head as well. Now we're going up to the hardest one, which is Fred. Whoops. And then we have our red bands, so we're going to pick up the red bands and bring those up. Now we're going to start Fred's face, so we're going to go in and grab the top 2 navy blue bands and bring those up. Then go in and grab the next 2. And now we're going to pause before we go on. We're going to grab one of our single blue bands, twist it around the tip of your hook 3 times, creating 4 loops, and then just leave it on your hook. And this is for the mouth, and it does kind of look like a nose, but this is the best I could do to make it look like a mouth for Fred, because he was pretty hard to make it into a rainbow loom head. So now we're going to grab those bottom 2 blue bands, slide on all the loops before we place Fred back on, like that, and then bring them back up. Now we hook up all the rest of the blue bands. Don't do anything with the orange top yet. And then we're going to go on the sides and hook all the way up, ignoring any horizontal or eye bands that we may encounter. And then when you get up to where the horns are, you're just going to ignore the horn bands and grab the only the bottom two double bands. Now we're going to do the same mirrored on the other side. Like that. Now we've got most of our Fred head done, and we're just going to do the top part now, the extension, I guess, to his face. So we're going to grab the top, which looks like two bands, but it's actually just one band twisted. So we're going to grab that first. And then go back in and grab the next top two, I guess you can say, because it's doubled over, like that, and then we're going to go in the side with the horns and in the horizontal band, and only grab the bottom doubled band, which is pretty tricky. And it seemed like mine snapped, I think. So I'm just going to go fix that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I fixed that, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And as you can see, when mine snapped, it's very full of like band tension right there, so you want to make sure you don't snap the bands. So then when you've completely made the triangle like this and avoided all the horn bands, stuff like that, it should look like this. And I'm just going to review what your loom should look like before we take it off. So we have Wasabi here, and then we have Honey Lemon, and then Fred. So now we're going to go in with our hooks in all of these orange, or what should be orange, bands. And then you're going to take two of your red bands, your character connector bands, and then place them on your hook, and then bring them through all of those bands and then back onto your hook like this. Now you can just place them off the hook and place them in your fingers for now if you want, which I'm going to do, and I'm just going to leave my hand up there while I take off with my hook and my other hand the project down here. So I'm going to start at the bottom, and I'm just going to take off Wasabi's face, and then working the way up the loom, I am going to take everything off. And now we make sure you hold on to those red bands, and here's my snapped band very clearly. And now it's just on your hook. It may look really disastrous right now, but we're going to flip to the side where Fred's I'm getting fooled by it. Fred's mouth is, and then you can just stretch out Fred, fix his horns, place them in position. I'm actually getting really annoyed at these camouflage bands right now because they don't really look like anything like orange. So I guess that's an example not to use, not camouflage, I think I said camouflage, chameleon bands while you're making a project like this. So you're going to try to get the eye through to the orange part on the top of Fred's head. And Fred looks really odd here. I'm going to go fix that when I'm done with the video because I don't want to waste too much time. And then we're going to move down to fix Honey Lemon, fix her up, then we're going to fix Wasabi, like that. So now our bracelet looks like this, and I'm going to take 2 or 3 of my red bands, and I'm going to pull them up onto Wasabi's face for his bandana. I don't even know where that came from. So you're just going to pull them up his face like that. And then he has his little bandana like that. So now our bracelet is complete, and it looks like this. So now we're going to add on our extension if you want one. So you're going to use your red bands. You can either use singles or doubles. I'm going to use singles. And you're just going to make a normal placing bands and sliding on the project, or the bracelet. It's really basic. Just take singles or double bands, and I don't know where that band went. You're going to place it on the tip of your hook and slide everything on until the amount of times you need to have your bracelet width or size. And then you can just place a C-clip here, which I didn't get a C-clip, I don't even know why. But I'm not going to get a C-clip right now. But your project looks like this, and I keep saying project, I don't know why, but it's a bracelet, and then you can wear it, or you can make, like I have here, all 6 of them, which I think looks better, because you don't only have these 3 and then only have these 3, you have all 6, and you can wear it without an extension. But either way, like I said, I'll leave the link to that in the description. And Easter is coming up at the time I'm going to be posting this video, so I hope you all have a great Easter. Or if you're watching this video after Easter, I hope you had a great Easter. Or if you're watching this video a long time after Easter. Either way, just thanks for watching, and I'll see you real soon, and bye!